welcome to everybody who is here to celebrate the launch of Soul Talks. Now, I have only just been recently involved with Soul Talks. I was, I think, voted chair just back in May, so my involvement is quite short at the moment, but I hope quite long. That's purely up to Joy. I'm excited to speak to you about, Soul Talks and the vision of Soul Talks. I was, first immediately attracted to the Soul Talks community because I thought it was a community with soul, a community with spirit, and I thought it had a great potential to do some really good for the community, great potential to make a positive contribution, and I wanted to be a part of that. Because there is a great need, isn't there? There is a great need in our society. Even though we live in a world that is highly connected, high-tech, we feel more disconnected and isolated than ever. Life is more problematic and confusing than it actually should be. Although we have instant information at our fingertips, we feel more overwhelmed and inundated than our parents or grandparents ever did. But how did it get like this? At Soul Talks, we believe that for too long, far too many people have ignored the soul. Because when you ignore who you really are, because you are your soul, when you ignore that for too long, anxiety, fear, darken our thoughts, darken our state of being like an endless night. But how did it get like this? Well, at Soul Talks, we believe that the soul does not die. It cannot die. And because you are your soul first and foremost, you too cannot die. Yes, sure, your body may well perish, but the essence of who you are does not perish. It cannot perish. Death, then, to coin a phrase, is a graduation to a higher plane, a graduation to a higher consciousness. And this knowledge is therefore of comfort to those who have lost loved ones. It's of comfort to those who are facing their end of life and who may well have loved ones who are facing their end of life. And it's of comfort to all who will face their end of life, because that's all of us. And as Joy likes to say, and I can hear her 4 children saying Joy likes to say a lot, as Joy likes to say, get death right and you get life right. Which in a nutshell is the foundation of Soul Talks. So Soul Talks was founded on the vision to eradicate or at least minimise death anxiety or the fear of death. And it's therefore the hope that by reducing death anxiety in the community, we can reduce life anxiety and therefore improve the mental health and well-being of that community. Because if our community can get death right, you can get life right. And so therefore, the mission of what we're doing is to educate the community. And we're already doing this. We're already giving forums, monthly forums here in Adelaide. In fact, next week, the 19th, I believe, we've actually got our next free forum. So we welcome all of you to come and join us if you can. I myself am going to talk, so what other reason do you need to come and listen to me again? So these things we give every month, and we go from about 9:30 in the morning to about 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's a full day, and we have about 4 speakers, and most of the talks are videoed. So that's part of what we do to give back to the community. We then upload these videos of the presentation. So if you can't make it, you can actually at least access them in the new soultalks.com.au website. So we have that. We're also in the process of, and David may be able to help me there behind the camera, where are we with the new Soul Talks TV on YouTube?
We're getting closer every month.
Fantastic. All right, that's great to know. So we will be there. We will be on YouTube, also delivering these talks that you can access. But we're not just going to stop at these talks, these monthly talks in here in Adelaide and here in Gawler North. We're also got a program of courses coming up as well. These are not free. These are paid courses because they go from 4 to 6 weeks. Normally we meet 2.5 hours once a week to do these courses. We're also, and this is a big pipe dream of ours, and maybe people here in the audience, we welcome your contribution if you can. A big of a pipe dream is to have a 2 to 3 day symposium at maybe the Adelaide Convention. That would be just a wonderful thing that we could organise. It's still well embedded, it's just a thought at the moment, but it is something that we would love to be able to give back to the community in that way. So these are the sorts of things that we're doing. We're also trying to grow our chapters. We have Adelaide North in Gawler, we have Adelaide here in the CBD, but we're also thinking of trying to get a community involvement in the Adelaide Hills and maybe even in Adelaide South around the McLaren Vale as well. So these are things that we're trying to do in the future. But we are a new charity and we only exist because of the hard work of volunteers and the financial support of Joy and the sponsorship of Bird in Hand. So we welcome any of your support that we can to help us give back to the community and make our vision a reality, because if we can improve death anxiety, we can improve the mental and health and well-being of our community, because as a community, if we get death right, we get life right. Thank you very much.